Good morning. Not such a good morning here on the homestead. We just noticed while we were doing chores, our breeding sow, Sweet Potato, has an anal prolapse. We just got off the phone with the vet to verify that's what it is, and it is. It can be caused from a few different things, but what we need to do is we need to separate her by herself, and then that way she can heal, hopefully, because we think she is pregnant. They can't do anything right now, the vet themselves, because it would require putting her under anesthesia, and if she's pregnant, it's too risky for that. So we need to get her separated, and then we need to keep an eye on her and see how she is doing. So I need to get set up so we can get the pig pen out that we kept Yukon in over there. And the goal is to get that over where her and Yukon are right now. Get Sweet Potato in there. We want to get it in between the two buildings and let her stay there for probably a couple of days by herself. We'll keep an eye on her. There's a few things we have to do. And then we're going to be working on the pig pen run. And then once that is done, we can get her over here and she will stay in the pig pen run until she has babies or something else happens. So that is the plan. We gotta get a chain. I gotta get a few things done on that. So let's get set up so we can get the pig pen moved over there, and then we can get Sweet Potato by herself and get her healing, because that's what we need to focus on right now. All right, so over here, I have some pig boards right here. We're gonna need these to get her in the pen without Yukon. Boop-a-doo-doo-doop. And go back here. Let's get the tractor warming up. We'll drag it over there with the tractor. I want to use the tractor and not the side-by-side because we're gonna be able to, I want to be able to pull it and push it because we want to get it pushed into an area, and I won't be able to push it with the side-by-side, so we'll be able to push it with the front of the bucket. So we're gonna use this today. I think one of our challenges is going to be getting Sweet Potato separated from Yukon. I don't know if Yukon's gonna like us taking Sweet Potato. That's what, I'm not really worried about it, but that's what my concern is it's gonna be a lot of fun to get these two separated. When you have a farm, there's never a dull moment. There's always something to do or something that's gonna need to be done. So I got myself a 2x4 and I wanna brace the front of our pen so that way when I'm dragging it, it's not trying to collapse on itself. All right, let's pick it up and see what happens. The cows want to know what we're up to. All right, so we're over here. I need to unhook, push it with the tractor, and get it back in place by the gate. Unfortunately, our gates are hinged the wrong way. If my gate was hinged on the other side, I could just open up the gate, and then that barn would kind of be like the alleyway. So we're gonna have to figure out how to do it. We got the pig boards, and we'll have to get him over. He wants to get out right now. So that's gonna be fun after we get her out. He's gonna wanna come over, but we'll have to figure that out after. First, we gotta get her separated, get her in here, and then we'll worry about him afterwards.
Unfortunately, not everything on a farm or homestead is fun. some things just happen, and I'm gonna figure it out and deal with everything, so we can hopefully this will all turn out good. It's farm life.
I wanted to get over that way further, but I can't. So fortunately, I gotta take that 2x4 off. Actually, I'll pace it. I want to see if I'm far enough or close enough now. If I can take this gate, kind of come this way and use that gate, and we'll take the pig fence and come this way. It's the only thing I can think of doing because I can't get it that way. If I try pushing it with my tractor, maybe I can push it with the tractor over this way, see if it'll budge.
I think it's still too far.
Yeah, I think I gotta try to push it this way.
I feel like this is super like, because we're trying to get her in there. No, it's not working.
I wonder if I can get my tractor backed in this way, and then maybe either take the chain and try pulling this way, or if I gotta take the chain on this side. That's what I'm gonna try to do, is try to get the tractor between the two buildings and try pulling this whole building that way a little bit closer. Right, Yukon? I may have bent my gate on that side.
I mean, if you didn't, I don't know how you didn't.
It might just be pushed in, it might not be bent. The whole gate might just be tucked in. But that we'll worry about later.
Whether it was my imagination or not, I felt like it was going in like a A-frame house.
I should actually try to pull it a little bit more. I don't know if I got room to get out this way, but I'll have to just undo those gates, slide those gates, and then I can drive around. I want to get this pulled actually closer. I want to try to get it over this way more. I'm already pulling it and it's dragging it. I can't get out right here. No matter what, I got to undo our gates and back out that way. So I might as well suck it over more. If you want to watch, make it a foot away from this barn, because I want to make sure that if I'm pushing it, if this thing decides to move, I have room for it to move a little bit, but I don't want it this far away. I want to make sure we're kind of close.
Okay.
So, yeah, you're going to want to be like that far away, so you're going to have to probably watch it from this angle.
Okay.
Because you can't see how far it is that way. Let me cut my gates open now, so that way I don't back into them.
Yeah.
With the new year now here, I usually sit back and do a lot of reflecting and thinking about everything that I've been grateful for. I try to sit down and think about planning for the future, and that gets me thinking a lot about wanting to make sure that I have everything taken care of for Gina and Olivia, just in case the unthinkable happens to me. I don't like thinking about it, and I know you don't either. But that's why I want to thank Fabric by Gerber Life for sponsoring today's video. Fabric by Gerber Life is a term life insurance you can get done right here, right now. You could be covered right from your couch in under 10 minutes with no health exam required. Even if you have life insurance through your employer, it might not be enough. It's always good to go back and look to see what your coverage is. I know we like to do that kind of stuff this time of the year, is to look and see what we have for insurance and make sure all of that lines up with our needs or what we think our future needs are going to be, and then we can make adjustments from there. And it gives me the peace of mind knowing that if any of the unthinkable things do happen, Gina and Olivia would be taken care of in that way. Join the thousands of parents that trust Fabric to protect their family. Apply today. Go to meetfabric.com/Lumnah. That's MEET fabric.com/Lumnah. I want to thank Fabric for sponsoring today's video. I know none of us like to think about this kind of stuff, but it is the grown-up thing that we always have to do. Thanks, Fabric. Now, let's get back to the show. I am very thankful we don't have any snow right now, that at least it all melted, because it might have made it harder with the snow on the ground. So as much as this is a disappointment, I'm glad we have no snow. One of them slides easier than the other. I think I'm just gonna take the gates down so that way I can get the tractor out. And actually we can use one of these up against that in the fence to make our little corral in.
Hope's like, what are you guys doing?
Right. All right, let's try this again. That's the closest we're gonna be able to get it. Let me take that front 2x4 off. The farm gate this way, block that side. We'll take this, go that way. And then this gate will have to swing in. And then once we get her in, we'll have to close it. The fun part's gonna be keeping Yukon out of here because Yukon knows this as his home. This is where Yukon grew up in. We can't go.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I might have to pull it back some.
Shoot.
I guess we can try to get her in like this. And we gotta get her in that corner. And then pull it back. We'll try that first. Try to just stay with him.
Sure, brought some milk.
What?
Sure, brought some milk. You want me to go get some milk?
Well, let's see what we can do first. Here's your board.
Hey, potato. Come back around. Come.
Come on.
Come. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Come on. Go. Keep going. Come on. No, this way. No. No. Come on.
What are you doing, Mr. Yukon?
Come. Keep going. Keep going, girlfriend.
Okay, watch him. You watch. Come on. Nope. Go. There we go.
Good way to get your heart rate up. Huh?
Okay.
What did you say?
She pooped just fine.
Okay, that's good.
And it's a normal poop. It looks like it's gone in. We saw it earlier out, and now it's not. So hopefully it went in on its own and it didn't get eaten off.
Yeah.
That would be what we were concerned of. Because if it gets eaten off, then that means the intestine or whatever that was out is exposed, and she'll probably end up getting sick, and I would say dying from an infection. So that's why we got to keep an eye on her for now. We're going to move the pen over closer to the barn, so that way when the run is ready for her, she's closer to the barn. We just want to keep an eye on her. We want to keep her out of the barn for now, kind of quarantine, to make sure that the prolapse was from either breeding or something like that, and not something that was like a disease, which we don't think it was, but we just want to keep an eye on her, keep her out of the barn, quarantined, and we'll keep an eye on her for a few days, and that'll give us enough time to build the pig pen in the new barn addition, and then we'll move her in. So
she's acting just fine.
She is. She has never acted. During the whole time we noticed that she hasn't acted like she's in pain or anything. We called the vet. The vet said separate her. The biggest thing is you want to make sure none of the other pigs eat it, and then you want to push it in. So it was out, and now we don't see it. So we don't know if it just went back in on its own, which they can, or if Yukon bit it off. That would be the concern.
Okay. The other concern that we have is she could be, most likely is pregnant, and the vets really can't do anything because at that point right now, because it could just be really bad. So we're just hoping it resolves on its own, and it's going to be just keep paying attention and watching and see what happens kind of thing. Because she's most likely is pregnant. She's been in there probably about 3 weeks. If she got bred when she went in there, she's probably about 3 weeks, 4 weeks pregnant-ish. So, and she hasn't shown any other signs of heat, so.
Tomorrow would be 4 weeks exactly that she's been in with Yukon for. So we left her in with Yukon for a little while because we thought she was in heat when we put her in, but just in case we missed the heat cycle, we wanted to keep her in there for another heat cycle. So this is the time she'd be coming out. So we're not 100% sure if she is bred, but if she wasn't bred the first time, she should have got rebred within 19 days. So that is, yeah. So now we think she's pregnant, or she hopefully is pregnant, but the vets can't do anything until after she gives birth. So we got to make sure she is good and healthy. Right now she is loving, munching on the new grass she is in. So yeah, we just got to keep them separated and keep an eye on her, make sure everything is good. Let's get her moved over to the barn, then we'll give her some fresh hay for bedding. And it's going to be nice out for the next couple of days, and then if it starts getting colder out, we'll have to enclose this, maybe get a couple of sheets of plywood and like block off a corner and then put it on top too, so then and give her a bunch of bedding.
Yeah.
And then she'll have her own warm spot to stay warm in.
Or we can also get the IBC tote in there that we have over there. So our hopes are that we caught this in time. We would really just wouldn't want it to happen, but since it has happened, we're hoping that we caught it in time and that everything is going to turn out okay.
So one of the things I am looking for, I'm not seeing any blood on her back end. I walked around the barn run, didn't see anything inside. Walked around the pen, the pasture, nothing. I'm not seeing any blood on his nose or like he got into anything. So as of right now, it's looking like it went back in on its own, which is a good thing. We just got to keep an eye on her. So I'm going to get this board screwed back on, and then we'll stop moving her this way.
going, sweet potato. Keep going. You're doing good. Good girl. There you go. Keep going. Keep going. Go, go. Come on. There you go. Good girl. Keep going, sweet potato. Keep going. Keep going. Go. Good job, sweet potato.
I think this is as good of a spot as any. It's a higher, drier area with some nice grass. All the animals were watching. We had the cows. Forrest was actually out right here in the corner of the field, sitting down. I don't know where he went. He's not there right now yet. I think the cow scared him off, but he was right there just like, hey, what's going on? Who's coming over? But yeah, you had a good idea. We'll get the IBC tote. We'll put the IBC tote in the corner. And then we can fill that with hay.
Yeah.
And that'll also make sure like she's not just on the ground either. So if it's cold or damp or wet, she's got a dry spot to go and the water can't wick up through the ground into the hay. I'll have the plastic bottom. And then that'll keep her good and warm and hold everything inside for her.
You did so good, sweet potato. You did so good. What happened, Brutus? We changed things up? What is going on, huh?
Well, that was froze to the ground pretty good.
Was it?
Yeah. I was able to knock it loose with the bucket, and then the rest of it I was able to just get the chain around it, and then use the chain to lift it up and out. I got a sneeze!
God bless you.
There's some dirt in there. I want to kind of, there we go. See if we can get it out. Then she can have a nice clean home.
I like that grass.
Want some of that? Look at all the worms. A bunch there, and then all in the other soil.
Some good stuff.
It's good stuff that the pigs made one time. Now I gotta try to get it out.
Frozen soil.
Frozen in chunks. Or if I just Here's
so big.
Oh. All right, that's the biggest chunk that's still left intact. Wonder if I can shake any out, like a pepper shaker.
Shake, shake, shake.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah, you got stuff on you. And you gotta go the other direction. Like forward.
I'll do it in a different area. We'll spread the love.
That'll be the greenest piece of pasture we have.
Perfect. Very little in there. That'll be perfect. As soon as I get in, just stop closing the gate.
All right, Miss Sweet Potato, we're gonna get all your stuff, make you cozy in there. Huh.
All right, let's bring her in some hay. We'll put this inside the IBC tote. What are you doing, girlfriend? Sweet Potato, you can make your bed now. So she should either be a month pregnant or like a week pregnant. What is it there, Sweet Potato? There's your hay. We'll get you some water. And I'll come back out later on afternoon chores and give you some food. We know you already ate breakfast. Are you thirsty? No? It is later in the day. She's acting like herself. We're just gonna give her milk for a few days, no grain. Keep an eye on her, see how she does. But she's acting like her normal self. You want your milk? I know you do. You'll have to thank Azalea for that. It has been a few days. I wanted to give an update on Sweet Potato before we ended the video. She is looking really good. The prolapse is in and it looks like it is completely healed up. We have not seen any other signs of any other issues, so I am 90% confident that the prolapse is in and is healed up and we're not going to see any issues from it. So I wanted to give you guys an update before we ended the video. We're just out here in the cold doing chores. This is where we're going to end this video. Thanks for coming along on our homesteading journey. You guys are a huge blessing to us in our homestead. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, share, subscribe. We'll see you right back here in the next video. Bye.
Bye.